Are Remy Ma and Papoose really spinning the block and back together again? And is that the real reason Claressa Shields has been crashing out online like this lately? Because listen to this, it's starting to line up. We definitely have to get into it. So today, yes, we're talking once again about Remy Ma, Papoose, and Claressa Shields. And this whole situation is a perfect example of why you do not play around with married men, period. This is exactly why you don't insert yourself into married people's business and then act shocked when it gets messy. We'll break it all down in a second, but first, we have to focus on Claressa Shields, because it's looking like Papoose might be back in the picture, you feel me? Claressa decided to post what folks are calling proof of life on Snapchat, right? She literally showed proof on the snappity chat that he was at the gym with her, helping her work out, helping her train, helping her practice her punches and all that. However, before that even happened, Claressa hopped online and showed what looked like, if I'm not mistaken, a baked sweet potato. And that part was funny because she had already told people she wasn't going to talk while eating anymore. But because, let's be real, she had disappeared from the internet for a minute after getting dragged for calling into Hood Champion Sports, pretending to be someone else, while very obviously being herself, she felt the need to pop back up. She literally called in as herself, referred to herself, got exposed, and then decided to vanish for a bit before returning with a whole lot of nonsense on Snapchat. And y'all, the funny part is this. From what it looked like, she did not make Papoose any food at all. It actually sounded like Papoose ordered DoorDash or Uber Eats because she told her friend or whoever was in the background that the food was what Papoose ordered. That tells me there was some kind of takeout or delivery involved, which also tells me he wasn't trying to be featured with Claressa Shields cooking like that. So right off the rip, you know what I'm saying, that already tells me everything I need to know. But what really got me was Claressa Shields going on and on about the haters, the fake narratives, and all this other foolishness, trying to speak calmly like she's above the drama, above the negativity, above the mess. Hold up, because right after that, she started adding disclaimers, and that's when you know the calm act is just that, an act.
You're really pretty. So I'm like, what? To Bronx chick, right? What? You're like, nah, like, you need to work on your attitude. So I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean work on my attitude? He's like, your attitude blocks your beauty. It's like when you're being mean and nasty and your attitude is how your attitude is, it's like a brick wall. But when you're being nice, it's like a brick wall is removed and I can see all your beauty. Like, bruh, all you have to do is say I look cute today. Like, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to make this whole philosophy, okay? Say I look cute this morning. Just say I'm glowing this morning, okay? I scrub my face, nice and shiny, it's clean. Just say that, alright? Hold on.
She started adding these disclaimers, saying things like, I'm gonna do better though, I'm learning that these crazy people don't care about the truth. She went on to say the lies are more entertaining, so that's what people will keep running with. Then she added that she's not gonna let miserable people mess up her beautiful, best life, right? So that was one of the messages she felt the need to put out there. Then she followed it up with another one saying no slander will be tolerated, laughing emojis included, talking about how she doesn't have to accept trolling from anybody. She emphasized that it's her page, her beautiful, blessed, successful life. Well, here's the thing. That was clearly a message aimed at anyone jumping into her snappity chat comments trying to troll her or stir the pot. She was basically saying she'll block whoever she feels like blocking. However, you can't control what everybody on the internet is gonna say, you know what I'm saying? That's impossible. People are not just gonna accept this whole Papoose situation until there is actual proof, like a real divorce decree showing that he and Remy Ma are officially divorced. Speaking of Remy Ma, we have to get into this clip because for whatever reason, this popped up and made things even more interesting. Now here's the thing, full transparency. I don't know if this is an old clip or a new clip, right? But it was posted on Remy Ma's YouTube channel, which I believe has almost 300,000 subscribers, and it was posted just a few days ago. And we know that just a few days ago, as in basically yesterday, Papoose was still in New York with Remy Ma and their daughter and everything else. So yeah, we definitely have to get into this clip and then we're gonna react. Now here's the thing, and listen closely. I want to be very clear and keep it full transparency, because this video is about 23 minutes long in total. There were certain things Remy Ma said in that video that made me think it might actually be an older clip, but at the same time, I feel like it was posted very intentionally, because if she's feeling good about herself, or she's quoting things like, "My husband tells me I'm beautiful," and saying he tells her to fix her attitude but reminds her she's still beautiful and all of that, it gives a certain energy. To me, it feels like she's back in that same space emotionally with her husband again, you know what I'm saying? That's why I believe the intent behind posting it matters. I feel like multiple things were at play here, because Remy Ma has never really had issues with people coming for her looks, since she's confident in how she looks and is always being told she's beautiful, right? On top of that, she's comfortable showing herself makeup-free, waking up, being natural, and still having her husband tell her she's beautiful. And we know that at the time this video was posted, Papoose was still in New York. Now, to be fair, there were also things in the full video that pointed to it possibly being older, like her mentioning a recent death in the family and talking about taking the kids to Disney. That's why I lean toward believing this might not be brand new footage. However, I still think the context of uploading it was very intentional, like saying, "When my husband is in town, when I call Papoose, he comes," you know what I'm saying? It shows they have a solid co-parenting relationship at the very least. But let's be real, I think the real intent was to mess with Claressa Shields. I honestly think it was meant to knock Claressa Shields off her feet, because if you're allegedly going through a divorce, if you're allegedly done with Papoose, then why upload this at all? Ask yourself that. Why upload this unless it's to piss Claressa Shields off and also re-establish a claim that this is still your husband? Whether the clip is new, old, or somewhere in between, the vibe is clear. Anytime you're in that kind of mood, there's a certain playlist playing, you're feeling yourself, your husband is hyping you up, telling you that you look beautiful, all of that. A lot is going on here. There is a lot of shade being thrown here. On the other side, Claressa Shields is fighting for her life to get that same level of love and affection from Papoose, something that came effortlessly when it came to Remy. And this right here is exactly why I keep saying you cannot be out here messing with a married man. You just can't. Because at the end of the day, it was Papoose who never actually wanted the divorce in the first place. That's why he was comfortable sleeping on Remy Ma's couch for as long as you did. It was Remy who finally said enough and told him to come pick up his clothes, folded and ready, you know what I'm saying? It was also Remy who exposed that Papoose was allegedly pawning off her jewelry and doing whatever he had to do for cash at that time. But now he's working. Now he's allegedly got some income coming in again, so maybe that's why there's renewed interest from Remy Ma, because one of her biggest issues was being tired of footing the bill for everybody. But now Papoose has a little money, a little drip, and he's not sleeping on Remy's couch anymore. What I don't understand is Claressa Shields trying to label everything a lie when you are not physically with Papoose when he's in New York. This entire time that Papoose has been in New York, you were not there. You were not present to see what Papoose is or isn't doing when you're not around. And at the end of the day, that is still a married man. That is still somebody's husband. You can say, oh, Remy had boyfriends or bring up whatever else and talk about entanglements all you want, but the truth is, you don't actually know what's going on between Remy Ma and Papoose. Because like I've said before, if this divorce were really happening, it would have already been finalized. Remy Ma already admitted she had everything laid out with her attorneys. It was supposed to be cut and dry. All Papoose had to do was sign the papers so they could keep it private and not make it a public spectacle. Papoose refused, and the only reason he even filed paperwork in May of last year is likely because Claressa Shields was complaining. Think about it. You're doing interviews, you're on The Breakfast Club, you're getting all this visibility, and this situation is still lingering. Then, when Claressa got mad that people exposed Remy and Papoose spending the holidays together with no child in sight, she tried to say that it was his ex-wife and that he did not spend the holidays with his ex-wife, and that's when the receipts dropped and proved otherwise. So now Claressa Shields is trying to stay calm because Papoose is back. And I'm sure Papoose told her ignore the internet, focus on your upcoming boxing match, all of that, but you can tell Claressa Shields still doesn't get it. She really doesn't. She's treating Papoose like something to win, like a prize, instead of understanding the reality of the situation. And what makes this even grimier is the fact that you were the main one reaching out to Remy Ma, asking her for styling tips, trying to be cool with her, trying to be her friend, all of that. and now you're with her husband? Like, hold up, make that make sense. Nobody does something like that unless they genuinely do not care about how they treat people or how they move with others. And because of that, this whole situation is going to come crashing down. I don't think Claressa Shields has realized yet that she is already at a loss when it comes to Remy Ma, because Remy Ma can pull up and get Papoose whenever she wants. And that was made very clear during the entire time Papoose was recently in New York. That video got posted because Remy Ma was essentially saying, old or new clip, my husband is here. My husband thinks I'm beautiful. My husband tells me I look good when I wake up in the morning. I don't have to go online and convince strangers that my husband is interested in me. So yeah, this just keeps getting worse and worse for Claressa Shields. And like I've said before, I really wish she didn't make Papoose her entire identity. I wish Claressa Shields had stayed locked in on her career, her goals, her legacy, and nothing else. That's what we should be talking about. But instead, she's made it uncomfortable with this whole married Papoose angle, and now people don't really have a choice but to cover it. People are going to talk about the trolling, the facts, the insecurities, the crashes, the anger, the threats, all of it, because this is a massive trending topic. And let's be clear, this isn't coming from a place of people being haters or trying to bully anyone. People just want this sham to be over. We want Claressa Shields to wake up and get out of the delusion. And honestly, I don't know how much longer we're supposed to sit through this foolishness and these shenanigans. But here's the real kicker. I don't see Remy Ma stopping the trolling anytime soon. Whether she and Papoose are back together or not, she's not going to stop because she knows it's getting under Claressa Shields' skin either way. So with that being said, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think Papoose and Remy Ma are actually back together? Do you think Remy Ma is just trolling Claressa Shields to stress her out before her match? Or do you think Remy Ma posted that video on purpose to let everyone know that she and Papoose are back in a good place, like a real husband and wife good place? Either way, that's it, that's all. End of the road for this video. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, comments, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted the moment I post new content, and I'll talk to y'all again real soon.